Hey, what is up guys? And in today's video I will be recording episode 6 of the series. In today's video we'll be going over a lot of different things. Today's video is going to be awesome. I am really looking forward to recording today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get straight into the video. Okay, first off, we shall go to India. India over here. We're just going to change the color real quick. I don't know what the color is going to be, but we're going to change the color. Now, let's explain this color change for you. So this color change is the rise of communism. Communism, this is the first country to be communistic. And, well, because of this, we have the council. Every single Saudi Arabian, every single country in Saudi Arabia dislikes it. So what happens is this whole thing is just disband. They intentionally reform it to be something different. So let's get right to that. And also, while I am doing this new shape thingy for it, I actually have had a very good day today. I've been very productive, especially when it comes to videos. I think this is the second video I've recorded today. And I already have a bunch of plans for future episodes. And boy, oh boy, is it going to be good. It's going to be very good. And so, on the rise of this new council, which is called the SACA, which is what we would call the Saudi Arabia Council Alliance. And this is mainly created because of communism. They see communism and they are so afraid that they make this alliance and super scared because India is right next door. But besides this alliance, we have a few other members that aren't really a part of the Saudi Arabian government or a part of the region too much. However, Pakistan and this country join it, and Israel also joins it as well. So we have this huge little council over here completely against India. They don't like it. Now, after that happens, we have another alliance that's being joined. We have Italy joining the Star of David alliance. And then the next thing that happens is India is able to get their message out of communism and stuff like that to the UK. And they're also able to spread it to the Kakistani Mongolia region right over here. And because of this message, the UK is forced by the rest of Europe to give up their mainland. So they obey it because it's them versus basically all of Europe. So in the snap of my finger, you're going to see the new expansionist stuff, the new countries that are going to be formed because of this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the result. I split it up, and also they were also reimbursed into the Star of David alliance, which also means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new members of the Star of David alliance. And yes, that is a lot. A lot. And now that this has happened to the UK is gonna just sneak their way over here and take over some land. And well, next up is the USA. So let's go to the USA. Now over here in the USA, they haven't explored much in a while. Now the US decides to explore more over here. They're able to travel quite a lot over here. They're able to explore this whole region of Latin America. They explore a lot, and they also decide to annex a lot, especially in the Mexico region and the Guatemala region. They explore some more over here. Got a lot. And now for over here, they're also going to explore some more over here as well. And they get an invitation from Russia to have a meeting. And after this meeting happened, they have been a part of the Star alliance, the Star of David alliance, is even bigger now. It is huge, the biggest and the greatest alliance in the world ever created. Now, let's count how many there are. 21 members of the Star of David alliance. Wow, that is a lot of countries. It's like having a NATO, except it's not really NATO. It's more of an economic and opposing of communism. So, sort of, in a way. You could think of it like that. But then after they joined the Star David Alliance, the Russians and the United States of America decide to explore the rest over here and meet up. And then they also decide to go in a meeting and sketch up some plans to divide up the land. And I'm gonna at a snap of my fingers, you will see the results of the division of the land. And this is how the Americas are divided up. It is completely divided by the west and the east coast, except Russia has a little bit less land than the USA. Of course, Russia did not seem this to be very useful land, so they let the US have that. And it looks to me that the USA is looking more like an empire more than the freedom fighters. But we'll see about that later on in the series. However, after this whole thing happens, let's go back to the Spaniards. The Spaniards. Let's talk about the Spaniards. The Spaniards, the civilians of Spain, have had an epiphany that, hey, it seems that the weather over in the Argentina, Brazil region is much nicer than the weather they have up there. And they decide to come up with an idea for how they can move a lot of people over there. Except there's a big problem. They don't have the money to do it. So they come up with a huge plan, and they decide to sell their land in Europe to be able to afford to go to South America. So let's look at who is going to take all of this land over here. Now, Italy. Is Italy really going to take all of this land over here? I don't think so. However, this will get a new color. So it will be kind of this color, just a little bit different. Just want to make sure that it hasn't been used, and no, it has not. So this color has not been used, and this is to form the new government for the new thing. It was sold to the actual alliance team, and they decide to make a whole new government from what the Spaniards left. And now the Spaniards are actually down here now. And because of this, they decide to expand a lot more since they actually have the funds and the money to do so. Plus their economy is great and they can keep going down. And that's exactly what they keep doing. They keep going down further and further and further and further and further, going down into Argentina very rapidly. And they are able to set a capital somewhere. They're still figuring that out. In the meantime, they're still trying to form their government back into stability, as their government is still on their way down to the actual country, while making plans for the country and for the future of the country. And so in the meantime, they are just expanding their country really rapidly. And because of this, the COK, they're having mixed feelings internally about this. However, they finally make a stance and finally develop a capital. Their capital is going to be way down here in this region, right over here. Now, their capital is way down there. There's a lot of mixed feelings now that there is a lot of... They're going to explore a mass amount of land in a very short amount of time. And if you just keep ignoring the dog, you will come to a realization that they might end up in an economic crisis, but it's not happening because they're still a part of the Star of David Alliance at the very moment. However, there are people suggesting that we should move away from the alliance by being practical with who is around us in our environments. For instance, we have the COK alliance, not so far away from them, which is just right over here. And well, they really could. However, the Star of David alliance hears about this news and is like, you have two choices. You have to choose between the Star Alliance or the COK Alliance. However, in this video, you won't find out because this video is just about to end on a cliffhanger. Yes, I am doing this intentionally because I have another episode that I want to record. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and this episode. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope you find the series really enjoyable. Have a nice day. God bless you. Peace.